Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura. Today I have a library book sale. I spent $5. I went to my other library. We have 5 libraries in our area. And I went to my the one that I normally go to almost once a week. They had a library sale, fill a bag. So I have this bag filled with 16 books that I picked up. I'm having a hard time picking up books because every time I look for a book, I find something that I really like, and it's book 16, book 18, but luckily my Goodreads was working today, so I was able to get some 1s, and I did get some 2s and 3s that I like to start to read. So here we go. Let's share what I got. Most of these are mystery thrillers. I also picked up some chick lit because I haven't had any chick lits on my shelf. I found some chick lits. I found some historical fiction. I found one memoir, which is a nonfiction book. So here we go. I'm just going to pull it out of the bag. They're in no particular order. So here we go. Okay, the first one is an author that I have read her nonfiction books, but I haven't read, oh yeah, I might have read one book by her for a fiction book. It's Lisa Scottolini, and I got Come Home. So this is a psychological thriller type book. She writes mystery thrillers, so yeah, and I didn't own it. I do have a few of her books on my shelf in my TBR, and I need to start reading her. So I saw this one, and it's also quoted by my favorite author, Kristen Hanna. It says, "This is a novel that is full of thrills as it is full of heart." So what does it mean to be a good mother? So I thought this was really cool, and I wanted to read this one, so I picked it up. Okay, the next 2 books are a part of a series. I picked up book 3 and book 4. They're from the Alex Cross series. I like to read James Patterson. I like reading his writing because he is a fast-paced reader for me, and he gets me enthralled. I like his older books, original. So this is the Alex Cross series. I got Jack and Jill, which is book 3, and I got Cat and Mouse, which is book 4. I already own Along Came a Spider. I don't have Kiss the Girls, but I think I read Kiss the Girls many years ago because these were published, let's see, when were they published? 1996, and that's when I was reading on the train. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that I probably read Along Came a Spider, and I probably read Kiss the Girls, but I don't remember. I didn't keep track back then. So yeah, so I saw these and I snatched them up. So yeah, so that will go in my mass paperback spot. Then I found a author that I have book 1 of a series. It's The Inn at Rose Harbor by Debbie Macomber. I haven't read her yet, but she writes contemporary fiction. So yeah, so I picked this one up. Probably chick lit. I don't know. That was book 1. Then I picked up I think this is a chick lit one. The Secret of Everything by Barbara O'Neill. Life is a treasure hunt, and the key is closer than you think. So yeah, so I got this one. The next one this is the nonfiction one. It's a memoir. I got Baptism by Fire by Heather Cote Davis. So this one sounds really interesting. It says the true story of a mother who finds faith during her daughter's darkest hour. I thought it was really interesting, and it like just captured me. And there's a little girl. I don't know if you can see that. It's like haunting on the front cover. So I just picked this one up, and one's a true story. So that's that. The next book I got is another chick lit book. It's Family Tree by Barbara Delinsky. I don't think I read anything by Barbara yet. So this is an engrossing read, and I just like the cover, and I just picked it up. So that's that one. The next one, this one I picked up because of the title of the cover, and if you've been watching my channel, you know that I have a year and like 2 months I'll be 50. So I picked up this one. 50 is not a 4-letter word. This is by Linda Kelsey, and this is supposed to be funny, wise, true. And I thought this would be really cute to read probably next year or within the next, really soon, because I am turning 50 soon. So yeah, and this looked really good. It was actually a library copy because they had a library thing on, but it doesn't look really damaged except for them writing on it. And so yeah, and I like the title. So I figured I could write that, and I think that's a chick lit book. So okay, the next book that I picked up is a book 3, I think. I picked this one up because sometimes I do an ABC challenge, and I really enjoyed it. I did it 2 years in a row. I didn't do it this year. But 2 years in a row, I really liked it because I picked up books that I never would have read. So I figured maybe if I do that challenge again in the near future, I don't know if I'm going to do it in 2019, but I needed books that start with the letter X. So I found XO. So this is by Jeffrey Deaver, but this is book 3 of a series. So maybe if I read book 1 and book 2 before 2020, I could do the ABC challenge again and count this as my X read, which would be really cool. So I couldn't pass it up, and I was like, let me get it and it looks brand new. It has a little bit of a dent, that's it. But yeah, I do have to get book 1 and book 2, but I needed this for my ABC challenge, and I thought that would, I just shoved it in the bag, so that's that one. Okay, the next book that I got is, I think that this one is World War II historical fiction. Whatever You Love by Louis Doughty can be taken away. So I'm pretty sure that this one is gripping, absorbing, beautifully constructed, and it made a finalist award. This was also taken off from the library, so it is a library copy, but they withdrew it. So I like the cover, and I like reading about World War II, so I picked this one up. Okay, so the next one is a horror book. Yeah, I like to read horror. I like to read Stephen King. I like to read Dean Koontz. I used to read Dean Koontz a lot in the 1980, no, in the 2000, I don't know, 1996, in the 1990s probably I read Dean Koontz. So anyway, I picked up this one. It's a hardcover. I wasn't going to pick up any hardcovers because the bag gets heavy and you have to fill the bag up. I like soft, and it's hard to get rid of hardcovers if you know. When you go to a used bookstore, it's very hard to get rid of your hard-covered books. She doesn't really take them that well. So anyway, the book that I picked up from Dean Koontz is The Husband. And I thought this was interesting because it says, we have your wife. You can get her back for $2 million cash. Yeah. And I thought that was pretty cool. And I don't think I've read this one yet. Let's see what it says on the back. You've got until midnight Wednesday. This is nuts. Where would I get $2 million bucks? You'll find a way. It isn't possible. I'm a gardener. I've got maybe 11,000 in the bank. Just so you'll know we're serious. See that guy across the street? Still holding the phone to his ear, Mitch turned, saw a man walking a dog. The summer day had a porcelain glaze. Rifle fire shattered the stillness, and the dog walker went down, shot in the head. Midnight Wednesday, Mitch. We're damn serious. So I thought that was really interesting, very suspenseful, and yeah, so I want to read this one eventually one day. So I picked that one up. Okay, the next, I have a couple of more books in this bag. Okay, the next one is by Lisa C. It's Shanghai Girls. Yeah. I have another one of Lisa C's on my 50/50 list, so I figured I might as well try to read this one as well. So I put that in my bag. So that's that one. Now I have a short story book. It's called Old Kitteridge by Elizabeth Stout. It's just short stories, and I really don't know, but I really like the cover, and I didn't own it. And I think it won a prize, Pulitzer Prize. So yeah, so I just put this in my bag, and it looks pretty short, which is, I love short books, so I had to own it, and I stuck it in my bag. Okay, the next one is, I think, another World War II book. It's called The Reader by Bernhard Schlink. I don't know if I said his name right. This is Book Oprah's Club. And yeah. So, and it looks short, so I picked this one up. It's called The Reader. I think it takes place during World War II. Yeah, so, and I have two more books. Okay, one is a very popular book. I think everybody has read this book except for me. I keep coughing every time. I think it's from the dust. Anyway, the next book is a YA book, and it looks brand new. I got The Storied Life of A.J. Fikry. I'm sure everybody heard about this book. This is by Gabrielle Zevin, and it's really short, and I haven't read it yet, and I wanted to own it, so yeah, so I stuck it in the bag. And that one's about reading and something, I don't know, but I wanted to read it, so I picked it up. And the last book is another author by. This one, I really liked reading C. Jane Run. It's a memory loss book. So I had to own one of her other books. So I got Joy Fielding. I got Whispers and Lies. This is a standalone book. I love standalone books. I hate when there's series. So I was like, oh, right, Joy Fielding. I could read another one of her books. So yeah, I picked this one up. I don't even know what it's about. Let's see if we could find out a little bit on the back. I don't know. It's not saying anything. It's telling me more about another book. I hate when they do that. But anyway, let's see. Terry Painter lives a quiet life in Florida. 40, single, and a nurse and a home for the elderly and disabled. She enjoys a solitary existence in the cozy house she inherited from her mother 5 years ago. Terry's tranquil life takes a turn. However, when young, vibrant Allison rents the cottage behind her home, upon their first meeting, Allison blows into Terry's life like a tropical storm, bringing with her friendship and excitement. Together they dine out, shop in the village square, and indulge in luxurious at-home makeovers. Allison even helps Terry claim the handsome son of one of her dear ailing patients. For Terry, life couldn't be more perfect. But after the initial euphoric wave has settled, Terry slowly begins to learn more about her wondrous companion. She becomes acquainted with the small but peculiar circle of friends Allison has accumulated since her arrival in Delray, and meets her brother, who unwittingly reveals bits and pieces of Allison's closely guarded past. Terry soon finds that the friendship that once brightened her life has now crashed down upon her, leaving her trapped in Allison's mysterious world and the whispers and lies that fuel it. Sounds pretty interesting. So, and I love that it's short and it's a standalone. So yeah, I can't wait to read one of her other books. So anyway, those are the books that I got today from a library sale. I doubt that I can pick them up. Let's see if I don't drop them. Here you go, 16 books for $5. So now I got to put these in Goodreads and categorize them so I know what to read when. Yeah, so that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Hopefully I will stay out of the library because my books are getting more and more and I'm running out of room. So anyway, thank you for watching and I will see you in another video. Bye.